Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a little flip through of what I've done so far with the Aries season printable digital magazine. And I know I showed you some of these last time if you watched my previous video, but I'm just going to go ahead and start from the beginning for this video in case new people are coming in and haven't seen. Like I said, I'm going to take these brown tabs that I've made 12 of and put each sign at the beginning for it's just like my divider tab. And I might add something a little. I have tons of these because I just love this punch. I don't know if you guys, let's see. I don't know what brand it is. The bottom thing that catches stuff is missing, but it looks like it's a 2-inch tab. You can use any tab, obviously, but I just love this little thing, and I punch out tabs all the time and use them in a lot of my stuff. So what I might do is punch out one that goes, this pink does not go with this red, but punch it out over here and put Aries and kind of go down the line as I go through the different zodiac signs. But this is, for lack of a better term, my divider. And as I mentioned before, I wanted the very first page to have this overview of Aries energy so I could come and reference what crystals I might need, herbs, flowers, like all of that kind of stuff right here on the very first tab. And that would make it easier for me to find things as I'm doing rituals and things like that. I also thought it would be easy to have the bucket list right up front. That way I can say, okay, I'm using my ephemera in my journal. I do plan on doing an oracle reading. I haven't got that done yet, but it's very soon because I'm really feeling like it's right before the full moon, and I really like to do readings around that time as well as the new wishing moon. And speaking of full moon, I've already started on preparing for my ritual, and I want to show you that in this video. So this was just it's just kind of like a fun page, basically. I did miss Austera. I was not feeling well at that point in time. But I went ahead and I did a cute little spread for it because I already saved this little tag and I thought it was just so cute. And then I had some like green. I'm kind of doing a green and purplish colored theme, even though that's not quite the purple I was going for. But I did that little tag and I found like a little egg and some irises, which they actually don't go with this, but the purple and the green did. So I just made that. Since I missed it and I felt bad and I still wanted to include it in my little book here. And then I just pasted, that's an old word, isn't it? I just glued this page, the plants and herbs page, directly onto, I have kind of like the brown divider tabs. I cut out some white ones that are smaller than the brown ones, and these are just going to be my pages for when I need something a little bit sturdier. It's just like a really light cardstock. Anyways, I made a bunch of those, and so I just glued it on, and I called that one good because it's so pretty the way it's laid out. I can't do anything better than that, so I just wanted to keep that one simple. And then this fun one, I had a lot of fun with this one. So this was the red hawk, and the only thing on the page was the picture in this, but I wanted to do something fun with it. And I had this little red heart that kind of matched. I cut this out. I wish I would have cut it a little differently, but it is what it is. Can't go backwards. And I flipped that up, and one of the things it talks about here was to rise above fear. And I was feeling really, I wouldn't say fear, but like anxious. And to me, anxiety is a little bit of fear from something. So I decided to put a piece of paper in here that I could remove, and I wanted to label it Rise Above Fear because that's what I want to journal on. And then I'm going to tuck it in here like so. And I thought that was really fun. I originally wanted to just leave this page how it was, but then cut a little slit here and then be able to put something down in there, but I changed my whole plan, I guess, on that. So, but I like how it turned out. I like how you can lift it up. I like very interactive journals. So Okay. Then for the pink moon page, all it had was this piece of art and then some writing that went like this along the side and the bottom. So I took the actual art out and just cut it in a funky shape. I cut the little label that said pink moon. I put it into a circle. I had a circle punch, but kind of messed up, so that's why it's a little not perfectly circle. Put one of my cute little tabs on there, made this like a little door. I did put the bottom part, the bottom writing that was down here. Over here, I didn't want to cover up this hole. I was going to put it right here, but I didn't want to cover up that hole because I would have cut some of the words out. So I just put it on the back here. And then I stamped self-love on this. I did some inking to one of those pages I was telling you about, one of these. See, I've got them all prepped. They have the holes, they're cut out, so it's ready to go, and I have a bunch of them. All I took was 8.5 by 11, cut them in half, and then then I punched the holes out. Then I just kind of rounded the edges wonky. They don't match. It was just something I sat there and did while I was doing something else. So then I made this little pocket because I had this in my stash, and because self-love is what I'm going to be focusing on for the full moon. I took this, I had this something I made a while ago from my stash, put it in here, and then if you recognize this, like the spring flowers I'm blooming into my highest self, that comes from this page. So this is in the digital prints as well. So I just wanted to write that here to remind me. That's kind of like my mantra for this full moon ritual that I'm going to be doing. So I've got that all ready, and if I'm going to do an oracle reading, and if I have things that come out, I always write it down, like on something. I guess it wouldn't be this, but I always write little notes down, so I will tuck them in here with this. That way I can remember, like, what was my intentions, or what was I focusing on there, because sometimes it's relevant later on. And then, sneak peek for the new moon, I have this that I'll be putting on one of these pages and using these actual items in the new moon ritual, as well as and that's April 17th. And then a couple days later, when I do my new moon, my new moon wishing, it's actually the wishing moon, which is a couple days later. So April 19th, I have all of this ready to go. I'm going to be using these crystals as well. Well, not diamond. I don't have diamond. I do have diamond, but it's in a ring that's from my ex. And so, yeah, that will not be going into this. But I'm going to do something, as you can see, I cut that part of the page out and folded it. So it's going to be like a flip out, or maybe just something that tucks. I'll do a little tuck in. I haven't decided yet. And then this was on the top. I'm going to decorate the top of a page with this, I believe. Here is my oracle reading I need to print another one of these because I'm going to do one for new moon, wish, and the full moon. And here's one of my pages ready to go to put all this stuff on. And then this right here is the complete guide for the new moon ritual that you'll need if you want to do this. And you can use this to journal on as well. Cut it out, put it in your journal, however you'd like to do that. But I'm not going to focus on that right now because I'm going to focus on the full moon. I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek of how I'm laying out my journal through this month. And then, of course, I don't know if you remember, I went ahead and in the pocket, I did print out the pocket, and I made this little flip up so I can put things in here for my new moon wish as well. So I'm really excited about getting to use these things, but like I said, I'm going to focus on the full moon. Self-love, I'm going to be using rose quartz. I really like to do bath rituals because I'm a water sign, so I'll probably do like a self-love bath and I have a lot of, I I have a lot of rose quartz crystals, so I'll put them around my bathtub, and I have a shelf on top that is completely blank, so anytime I want to set up like a little altar or, you know, with sage or whatever crystals I want to use, candles, all that, it's ready to go. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing for that full moon. If it's nice, I'll peek outside for a little while, but I like to sleep, so it might not happen. But the bath will definitely happen because that is something I cannot live without. I have to have a bath almost every day. So that's my plan. I would love to hear what you have planned. Do you do bath rituals for self-love, or do you have something else that you do? I might make a nice pink drink. I have some raspberries. Maybe I can make something with raspberries. That kind of sounds yummy. But anyways, I'd love to hear what you do, or if you have a picture of your altar or anything like that, that would be cool. And if I remember, I'll upload a little video of mine on my Instagram channel. So anyways, that's so far what I have for Aries. I will be doing one more video that goes over the Aries new moon and wishing moon together, because the Aries new moon is, they're just they're two different rituals for me, but also there's not a whole lot with this. For me, really, it's resting and relaxing, because I'm always very, very tired around that time, and I just take that time to rest, relax, reflect and journal, that type of thing. So, but I will just go ahead and show you the spreads that I do and give you some ideas and tips right before this happens. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done. I am in college, so that comes first, unfortunately, because this is way more fun, right? All right, thanks for watching.